Did you know that the universe always conspires in your favor if, now listen up, my spiritual baddies and spiritual hotties, if you are bold enough and audacious enough and just sometimes just foolish enough, despite imposter syndrome or fear and doubt, just to get up and move your ass in the direction of your goals. Now, I am living a very nomadic lifestyle here lately. My name is Catherine, if you did not know me. I was the owner of Medusa's Lair in New Orleans and Alabama, my hometown. And now I'm just kind of wandering around where the universe just wants to take me and teach me all kind of lessons. Well, right now I am in Portland, Oregon, and I am the guest reader at the Crystal Guide. Y'all, this shop it is amazing. As soon as you walk in the door, you feel like you just want to release. Like you just feel so safe, just to be and speak if you want to. Now this shop actually survived an explosion back in, I think it was October, November of last year, and they've only been reopened for just a few weeks now. And I am just so blessed and humble and grateful to be a guest reader, have a residency for a little bit here. So you know what, let's cut to the chase. Let me stop jacking my jaw and let's get to why we're really here. What does divine source, what does the universe, God, goddess, want us to know right now? Now, the way that I read is I am not only a psychic medium, but I'm also a wellness, a certified personal trainer and nutrition coach, a metaphysical student. And so when I look at a reading, it is definitely through what I call this Medusa Mirror system, okay? I love working with the archetype Medusa. Hello, I love working with the archetype Medusa. I do own Medusa's Lair. It's an online portal right now. And I love to use mirrors. And if we think of a triple mirror, mind, body, spirit, what are we seeing? What is actually going on that we need to know, okay? So I'm gonna draw a rune. I work with runes. And no, you do not have to stay with just one pantheon or one tool. We do what we want here. Okay. So I read runes, ancient Norwegian, and those Germanic tribes. Their system of divination was actually used as an alphabet. So I read runes. And I also use oracle cards. So what we're going to do today is we're going to get what the hell is going on, okay? What is really going on underneath the surface that we need to pay attention to? Okay, we need to shine a light on it, and then how do we need to respond to it, or if we need to respond at all, because you know sometimes no response is a response. All right, so what is spirit? So today is July the 11th, 2026, but I know that the divine source that is in me, that I serve and love, will present this message to you exactly when the time you were supposed to hear it. And you know what? It may not be for you. It may be for the cat down the street that you need to go help. I said what I said. All right. What's going on? What is really going on? What do we need to pay attention to? Oh, girl. Why in the hell? What in the hell? Okay, so this rune right here is Thurisaz. Thurisaz in a merc staff or reverse position. So there are stories in Norse mythology about this rune being used for curses. Now, don't go and say, oh my gosh, somebody put a curse on me. More than likely, your ass is just making bad decisions. That's your curse, okay? So It's been used for curses. It also references female issues, whether, y'all, I'm so sorry, but this is, I just got to tell you, whether it is you've been a survivor of sexual assault, maybe you have had birth trauma, maybe you've lost a child, maybe you have difficulty with your menstrual cycle, maybe you've had some medical conditions with your female parts, okay? Thurisaz in Merc staff does talk about all of those things, okay? So I know that in this message right now, that's what we are dealing with. Now, if you identify as man and you're listening to this, then you know someone in your family that is dealing with this. Okay, so now let's go back. Remember what I said, mind, body, spirit. How are we going to deal with this? This tells us what? Okay, before you can make a decision, you need to know what. So this is what we're dealing with. So how are we going to work with it? I used to hate when I would go and get a reading, and y'all, I think I'm looking over here, but you're over here, so please forgive me if I ain't looking in the right space, but you see me. You see me. So listen, okay, I used to hate when I would go get readings, or currently when I get readings, and they would tell me all this esoteric stuff, all this woo-woo-woo, and not tell me practical. Well, we are in a physical body, so we need physical shit. Okay, we need physical motherfucking answers to deal with what is going on, even if it is spiritual, even if on the rarest of rare, that you have had a curse put on you, which is extremely rare. There aren't that many people living on the planet that actually have that amount of power to actually curse you. And there are very few ancestral curses floating around. 9 times out of 10, it's stuff that's been passed down through the family that hadn't been dealt with. But I go off on a tangent. Okay. Okay, so mind, body, spirit, which I want to tackle first. How are we going to deal with this? Bam. Okay, so I don't want you to think that this was all set up. Hagalaz. This is a hailstorm. It literally means hailstorm, but you feel like you're going through hell, okay? Now, spiritually, what I need for you to do is realize that this is an incredible blessing, even though you feel like you're going through hell. So you're going to have to change how you approach this in your spirit. It's like, what is this situation teaching me? Okay, now if you're one of those people who actually do have an ancestral curse in your family, or you know that you have been cursed, what this is that you are using the very water from the hailstorm. You're using the very water to cleanse your family. You're breaking the lineage. So spiritually, you got some dark night of the soul. That's what this is. You got some dark night of the soul work that has to be done. You can't avoid it. You can't run from it. You face it. It is what it is. Now I need for you to hear this. Hailstorms come fast, they come quick. 9 times out of 10, you don't even know that it's going to be hailing, and it ain't your fault. Did you hear that last part? It ain't your fault. There was absolutely nothing that you could have done to prevent this storm. I got goosebumps when I said that. So spiritually, you accept it and you detach from it. Okay, it just was what it was. But what can you learn from it? All right, now let's go to what's going on in the body. What is that? The void. Okay, I had to turn it back right side up. The void, it just is what it is. It can't be in a reverse position. Unless you're just being hard-headed. So what the void stands for in Norse mythology, it was when before the world was formed, and it was just the giant and the gods, and there was no Middle Earth. There was nothing. Okay, and it's a horrible story. I'll skip most of it. But Odin, Vili, and Ve, his two brothers, they decided to murder their grandfather and turn his body parts into the world, like the sky, the oceans, the trees. Now, no, this is not your permission to go and murder somebody, although you may want to sometimes. I'm not giving you that permission. That is frowned upon. You go to prison for stuff like that. Okay? But what this is telling you is that, especially when we had it in the reverse position, you have been sitting in the chrysalis far too long. You've been ruminating. You have been ruminating in your hailstorm far too long. Listen to me now. This is what you have to do in your body. You got to come on up out of there. You got to come on up out of there. How do you do that? Move. I just need for you to move. I don't care nothing about no 10,000 steps a day. I just need for you to move. Choose one thing. You're going to get up and shower today. You're going to get up and eat a piece of fruit today. You're going to go have a salad today. This is electrolytes, especially if you're my spiritual hobbies. I need for you to drink your electrolytes. I need for you to just move. Because in movement is magic. In movement is electricity. Your body has to have movement for your brain to even think and form answers to a problem. I need for you to move. And I need for you to do small movement each day. Okay, it stacks on itself. Is the answer going to come the first time you move? Hell no. No, it may not even be a week. But I need for you to keep moving. Pond scum, mold grows in stagnation. Just get up. Okay? Now, mentally, when you're getting yourself up, what are we doing? Mentally, it's all about Wunyo. You know what Wunyo is? Ha, 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 ha. It is laughing. It is joy. It is peace and harmony. Only the people that have truly been to war, only the people that have worked, that have been in this hailstorm can understand just how valuable joy and harmony and peace is. Only the people that have lived through turmoil like this, sexual assault, the grief of a child, childbirth trauma, menstrual problems, maybe never being told you'll never have a child, your lover's cheating on you, heartbreak. Only someone who is going through and been through this can understand just how important joy is. And that's why you got to move, honey. You can't keep staying locked away, shut away. You can't do that. I know. I was in the dark night of the soul the first few months I moved to Portland. It was horrible. Horrible. You know what saved me? No matter what I was going through, no matter how much depression, no matter how many hot flashes, no matter how much ADHD turmoil I was going through in my body, no matter how much inflammation in my body, the one thing that I kept doing was I kept weight training. It's the only thing that saved me. It literally did save me. Until I got my body back under control, my neurochemistry back under control. I found joy and happiness in moving that weight, in moving my body. When you move your body, when you actually resistance train, doing anything that requires some effort, your body actually releases what we call hope molecules. They're called myokines. Hope, joy. Move your body. I love how Dolores Cannon, she talks about how when we're reincarnated, when you come onto this planet, you're in Earth school. Well, you learn Earth things through your Earth physical body. And that is one of the most beautiful things about our physical body, is that it brings you answers and magic in your movement. I'm just going to be quiet there for a second. This and this lets me know you've gone through, and you're probably still sitting in pure hail times. Pure hail. When Perseus cut off Medusa's head and her blood ran into the ocean, where it met that water, it turned into red coral. Red coral is to this day used as real life medicine. You are your medicine. How do you tap into your own medicine? Move, dance, go to the gym, go for a walk, go take a shower. Get up and just jump around. Move your body and let the medicine that is within your body release those hope molecules, and you're going to notice things are going to start to change so that you can come up out of your chrysalis and fly. It's going to take some time, y'all. It took me like 6 months. I thought I was going to lose my goddamn mind. You will fly. You will fly. And when you learn to fly, you will be medicine for other people. You will be medicine for other people that are going through this. But first, you gotta move. And sometimes that might mean you going and advocating for yourself and getting some medical or mental health resources. But the medicine is inside you, love. It truly, truly is. It is inside you. All right, sweetheart. I did not intend for that reading to be so heavy, but you know what? It just is what it is. Sometimes Spirit just wants to talk to you heavy, and Spirit wants you to know that you're just a big old ass butterfly in yourself, and you need to go fly. You just need to go fly. You got to dissolve and learn how to use your wings now. And it's hard as fuck, I know. But you can. You can. All right, now if you are in Portland, Oregon, and you want to sit with me, I will be here on some Saturdays and some Sundays. I would love to see you. Now, if you're not in Portland, Oregon, I will be back in New Orleans pretty soon. But if you're not in Portland, Oregon, and you want to sit with me, use the Medusa Mirror Method for yourself, then I do online sessions as well. All right, loves. I love you, and I'm sending you the hope molecule. I am. Because I know I've been there too.